Good morning. I'm Tim Dudley, Hillsborough County Office of Emergency Management Director. Thank you all for being here this morning to convey important information to our residents. Speaking alongside of me today is Hillsborough County Fire Rescue Chief Jason Doherty, Bonnie Wise, Hillsborough County Administrator, Ken Hagan, Chair of the Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners, Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Cronister, Hillsborough County Public School Superintendent Van Ayers, and Sherry Jacobs with Tampa Electric Company. Also joining us are County Commissioner Harry Cohen, County Commissioner Christine Miller. As expected, Hurricane Helene proved to be a very serious event for Hillsborough County. We anticipated that this will continue to conduct rescue throughout this morning. Our rescue teams are currently working hard in the field to save lives. Unfortunately, many people did not heed our order to evacuate Zone A, and they have put themselves in a very dangerous situation. As forecasted, the storm surge reached 5 to 8 feet at various locations throughout Hillsborough County, and the danger is not over yet. We experienced record flooding along the Alafaya and storm surge along the coastal communities throughout the county, particularly in Ruskin and Town and Country. For our residents who were fortunate enough not to be directly impacted by the storm surge or flooding, I urge you to please be aware that there are still ongoing dangers. Stay off the roads, please. The best advice I need to convey is to please be patient, shelter in place, and wait for all threats to pass, please. Do not make the life-saving mission of the first responders more difficult by needlessly putting yourself in danger. The water will eventually recede and you'll be safe, but you must be careful when you go outside. Please listen to all emergency management officials. We have a sharp grasp of the situation and we'll continue to update you. If you're experiencing non-emergency issues, please call us at Hillsborough County line 833-427-8676. I also warn all residents of the dangers of downed power lines. If you see a downed power line, stay away from it. Try to avoid it at all costs. I thank you. Please continue to be smart and stay safe. Now you will hear from Fire Rescue Chief Jason Doherty.
All right, good morning. Thank you, Tim. I am Hillsborough County Fire Rescue Chief Jason Doherty. While we were fortunate that Hurricane Helene did not make a direct impact on Hillsborough County or direct landfall in Hillsborough County, it did not spare our neighborhoods from the storm's severe and dangerous impacts. The forecast storm surge from Hurricane Helene arrived in force last night, and the situation remains dire in many areas of the county. I want to take a minute to share with you a brief outline on the number of emergency calls and the type of responses Hillsborough County Fire Rescue had from 11 p.m. last night to 7 a.m. this morning. We had 256 calls for service. 103 of those were tactical search and rescue calls. They included 3 car fires, 11 motor vehicle accidents, 2 electrocutions, 5 sinking vehicles, 47 structural fire responses, with 6 of those being working structure fires. To put that in perspective, normally we may have 1 at most 2 structure fires a day. We had 6 working structure fires over a 8-hour time period. Lastly, we had 500 plus victim rescues. I'm going to repeat that again, over 500 plus victim rescues in an 8-hour time frame. I want to tell you, most importantly, all these rescues were performed without any loss of life, not only to our citizens, but to our first responders. And that's not even including the number of lives that were saved by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. While the storm has passed, the danger has not. The men and women of Hillsborough County Fire Rescue will continue to respond to calls for service quickly, but please be patient. I would be remiss if I didn't take a minute to personally thank my firefighters, my paramedics, our telecommunicators, and our Office of Emergency Management team. along with our outstanding deputies from Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Your dedication to serve our community was on full display last night and through the early morning. I want you and your families to know how thankful I am for each and every one of you. I need the community to help our first responders today. We're tired. Please do not needlessly put yourselves in danger by venturing into floodwaters. Stay away from down power lines, stay off the roads, and stay safe at home the rest of this weekend while we continue to assist those in need. As always, we are here for you. Thank you for your time. Take care of yourselves and take care of your neighbors. Now I'd like to invite County Administrator Bonnie Weiss to say a few words.
Thank you, Chief Doherty and Director Dudley. Good morning, I'm Bonnie Wise. I'm the County Administrator. Hillsborough County remains under a state of emergency. The best advice we can give you is to please stay put. I urge residents to continue to remain in your safe locations until you receive the all clear from emergency managers before getting back on the roadways. Many roads around the county remain closed and are impassable. For a complete list of closures, go to HCFL.gov/HC road closures. In the meantime, it is vital to stay out of the water. Don't drive through it, and especially don't walk through it. To the many residents and visitors who heeded our warnings and our evacuation orders, I sincerely thank you. You make the jobs of our first responders and employees in the field so much easier. Your responsible choices based on accurate information were evident on our website. At its height, the traffic to our site was up to an astounding 4,000%. Since Wednesday, more than 370,000 users viewed more than 1.1 million pages. The top pages were Find My Evacuation Zone, Details on the Zone A Evacuation, Find My Flood Zone, and Resources for Sandbags. Hillsborough currently has 21 damage assessment teams in the field and 12 rapid needs assessment teams deployed at 4 a.m. this morning. Those groups are fanning out across the county. We have 15 public works teams clearing critical roadways so first responders can get to calls more quickly. More than 256 down power lines have been reported just through the county system, along with over 93 flooding calls and more than 69 down trees. There are many more hazards out there now. This is an indication of just how dangerous it is today, so please stay off the roads until authorities give the all clear. I also want to again thank our shelter staff, who continue to do a tremendous job in ensuring the people's safety. Nearly 1,600 people took advantage of our shelter, along with 60 pets. This is likely will go up today as the day of rescue mission continues. Our county employees will continue to focus entirely on Hurricane Helene to the response in order to meet the needs of our residents. County offices and facilities remain closed today, in addition to all parks, recreation centers, boat ramps, libraries, and conservation parks, preserves, and trails. Hillsborough County Solid Waste will continue to suspend collection operations through today, September 27th, as Hurricane Helene's effects are felt throughout the area. Residents should not place any trash, recycling, or yard waste out for collection today. Regular collection service will resume tomorrow, Saturday, September 28th. Residents who missed a pickup due to the storm will receive collection service on their next regularly scheduled day. Our partners at Tampa International Airport have reopened the airport. Flights have resumed. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to invite Board of County Commissioners Chair Ken Hagan to speak.
Well, thank you, Bonnie, and good morning. I'm Commissioner Ken Hagan, Chair of the Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners. Thank you for joining us today and for helping us get out the valuable information to our residents. I want to express my sincere appreciation to our first responders, especially the men and women of Hillsborough County Fire Rescue and the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. They've been out conducting damage assessments and helping those that are in need. To our residents, help them help you. Please stay off the roads until authorities give us the okay. Keep yourself out of dangerous situations so they do not put themselves in harm trying to save you. Don't go into standing water and stay away from power lines. Hillsborough County's dedicated employees and our partners are working tirelessly to protect and serve our residents as we respond to the storm. You can help save lives and get us back to normal more quickly by staying in your safe location. The dangers do not go away when the wind stops and the water recedes. Once you start to clean up around your property, please take care when clearing debris. Cleanup can be the most dangerous phase of the storm. Chainsaws, ladders, and other tools can be particularly dangerous, and even a momentary lapse in attention can cause serious harm or even worse. So please be careful. Heat exhaustion and heat stroke are also very real risks. Please take frequent breaks, hydrate, and seek shade when necessary. And also, please continue to monitor official government reports and media updates. Now, I'd ask our Sheriff Chronister to please come forward and say a few words.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good morning, everyone. I want to begin by thanking our county administrator, our county commissioners, and this amazing community for providing the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office the tools, the equipment, and the training that we need to keep this community safe. It was these high water vehicles. It was these marine assets. It was these 2 amphibious vehicles that allowed us to respond to over 3,000 calls for service and rescue over 400 individuals when that time of need occurred. This was the worst storm that I've seen in 33 years. Sometimes all of us stand here and we ask you to heed the warning, and we feel like we're crying wolf because the storm surge doesn't come. The wind and the rain doesn't matriculate. The storm surge came this storm, and it caused a lot of havoc for a lot of individuals. But it was the men and women of the Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and every county employee in collaborative effort with this team represented behind me today that provided the most professional, dedicated, and committed service that I've ever seen. Let the fan club start here behind me. Thank you. It's been a long night. It's been a busy night. And with the 400 additional deputies that we brought on throughout the storm and that continue to work, we now need your help. Our county administrator hasn't lifted the evacuation order. If there's not a reason for you to be out in the streets, stay at home. I get it, you're curious. I get it, you're tired of being home. You've evacuated or relocated, and now you want to return to your house to see what damage has been done. It's the same damage that's going to be there, whether it's now or a few hours from now when our county administrator lifts the evacuation order. We're out there working. We're out there busy. This effort that's out there on the roadways, our chainsaw teams out there trying to free the roadways from all the debris and the trees that have fallen, to allow emergency vehicles access for when you do need that help, or help the utility companies restore your power. They've done an amazing job. 91,000 people without service at 6 a.m., and already it's less than 61,000 people without service. But the more that you cooperate with us, the more effective we'll be able to be and do our jobs. There's still too many people out there driving in deep water. We were out driving throughout the county this morning, still rescuing people because you don't have to be somewhere, but you're curious. Don't let that curiosity put you and your family in danger. If you get to that area where it's flooded, turn around. There's no need. Another thing that I've observed being out here is that there's a lot of lights that are still inoperable. Let's remind everyone that that's to be treated like a four-way stop. Hillsborough County Fire Rescue and the Sheriff's Office is responding to too many accidents because people are being impatient. They don't have to be anywhere, but they're not stopping at inoperable intersections. We're almost through this. I know a lot of you are hurting. You're ailing. I've been out there. I've seen it. That's what the great thing is about this community. We will continue to come together and lend a helping hand to those in need. If you cooperate and allow us to do our job, we'll be there that much quicker. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Van Ayers, Hillsborough County Public Schools Superintendent. Just want to provide some updates on our school campuses. So right now, our school administrators and maintenance staff are headed out to each of our school sites to check for damage on any of our campuses. We've had some AC outages. We've seen some uprooted trees on campuses, and we're also looking for any flooding. So we'll spend the next several hours assessing our campuses. We also know the county has had many residents in our storm shelters, some that came in late last night at the height of the storm with so much damage and flooding in our neighborhoods. So last night we had over, right now in our schools, over 2,500 residents that are currently in our 7 schools. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank the staff of Hillsborough County Public Schools, from our transportation teams to our school leaders, our custodial staff, student nutrition workers have been absolutely unbelievable last 3 days. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of our employees. That being said, we have 3 days to get our schools ready so that we can reopen schools safely on Monday. We will update all parents, students, and our staff once we have a better idea of our cleanup efforts. We encourage all of our families to keep an eye on their emails, texts, and phone messages over the weekend, as we will provide updates as well as their social media accounts. Our community is dealing with some of the largest post-storm damage that we've seen in quite a while. And the priority is ensuring our neighbors are safe and our schools can ensure a safe learning environment, again, a safe learning environment over the next 3 days to reopen safely on Monday. Thank you.
Good morning, Sherry Jacobs with Tampa Electric. Crews worked incredibly hard overnight and restored power to thousands and thousands of customers. There were about 100,000 customers without power last night, and this morning there's about 56,000. The conditions that they're seeing in the field, lots of wires down, lots of trees down. The biggest issue, flooding and standing water. This will impede restoration, as there are portions of our territory that are very difficult to access because of standing water. So we ask our customers for patience while we work methodically to get that done. The biggest issue for folks is flooding. If your house has standing water in it, do not touch your breaker when you leave. Electricity and water do not mix. Safety today is absolutely paramount. If there's risk of water approaching your house, but there's no water in your house, please turn off your breaker if your hands are dry and you're standing in a dry area. As you are cleaning up your yard today and you're gathering up the debris and the branches, please, when you stack that up, make sure to avoid power poles. Allow our crews to come in and do their work as safely and quickly as possible. One other thing to note is that street lights are on. You should see that in your neighborhood. That's intentional. Please don't call to report that. If your power is out, please let us know. The fastest way to do that is through our website, tampaelectric.com. And please know we have all hands on deck. We're restoring power as quickly and safely as we can.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the leadership here in Hillsborough County, and especially like to send a thank you to all the folks that's been working here in the Emergency Operations Center throughout this week, and especially last night. We have staff, along with all our other partners. We never went to sleep last night. We stayed up, made that response, and I observed an incredible job done across the board, as well as our municipal partners. So an outstanding effort there, and truly appreciate it. Now we'll take any questions. All right, no questions. Thank you all, and stay safe.